Alright, Angela, this is a demo to show you how to upload and update the blog, the Law in Your Life blog. I've logged into my TypePad account, which you should see something like this after you've logged in. You will not see all of these weblogs listed. I'm going to quickly scroll down to the Missouri Bar one and click on that, and then you should see at some point something like this. What you need to do is click first of all on the Compose tab, because you're going to be composing a new post, and we'll call this Law in Your Life number 3. I'll just highlight Law in Your Life number 3 test post. Just put the subject of whatever it is, and then go over to category, and you will highlight podcast to drop it into the podcast category. You need to go to Edit HTML. Make sure you click on that Edit HTML tag before you do anything, because we're going to be inserting some HTML code into this post. And the first thing you can do is upload the file that you want to use. So I click the Insert File button. I come up here to Browse, and it'll look different on a Windows machine, but basically I find on the desktop I have an audio.wav file that I want to upload. I'm going to open that, and then I will upload that file. And this is a very small test file I created, so hopefully it won't take very long to upload it. Once it's uploaded, it will insert that into the post, and we'll be able to mess with it from there. So we've got the file uploaded, and now at least we know where that file is located. You can see right here it dropped it into our TypePad account in the MoBar folder, and it's called audio.wav. So we know what that's called. We've got that code pasted in. I'm going to come to the beginning of the post and just skip a few lines, because now that that's over with, we just want to park that there so we can look at it. Next thing I want to do is come to list posts so I can look at the previous posts that we've done, because I'm going to just basically copy the code from a previous post to this new one. So I'll go to list posts, I'll right click, I'll open a link in the new tab. I'll go to this new tab, and I'll go to Law in Your Life number 1, and I'll open that. And you see here it gives me the box for editing Law in Your Life number 1. I will again come to Edit HTML so I can see all of that HTML. And what I want to do is come down here and highlight starting where it says embed width equals 225, because that is the embedded audio player. I'm going to highlight that entire paragraph down to where it says MP3 approximately 9 megabytes. I'll right click and I will copy. Come back to the original tab, go into the post, and I will right click and paste that in. Now what we have is that embedded audio player in this post, but it's pointing to the old audio file. What I need to do is change it. So I come down here where I inserted the original file, I highlight it, audio.wav. That will be Law in Your Life 3 when you get to that point, .mp3. It'll be an mp3 file. And I'll right click, and I will copy this. I will scroll up, and I can see in two places where it points to the old file, because it's pointing to Law in Your Life 1. I'll highlight that mp3 file, highlight that text, right click, and paste in the new text. And now it's pointing to my audio.wav file. I'll do it here again a couple of lines down where we're pointing to the same thing. I'll highlight the old one, right click, paste in the new one. And now in both places it's pointing to the new audio file instead of the old one. There's one other thing that I need to change, and that is where it says approximately 9 megabytes. This is a much smaller file, so whatever the file size is, let's say it's 1 megabyte. I've changed that, and now we have our embedded player. You can come down here and highlight the old pasted in file, because we're done with that now. We don't want that to show up on the post. And we'll clean it up, go back to the beginning, type in your descriptive text. This is Law in Your Life 3. This week I talked to John Smith about what to do if your lawyer is not effective. Skip a line, and that should do it. So then I'll scroll down. I'll click, you can click preview to see what it looks like. And you can see I have not really skipped a line because I was in the edit HTML mode and I didn't tell it to skip a line. It didn't recognize my return. So I'll come back to re-edit this post. And you see the default is not in the edit HTML mode. I'm in compose post. Once I've done that, once I go back in, I'll just go here, hit return. It will recognize if you're in compose post mode that you want to skip a line. I'll scroll down again, preview. Now I've got a little bit of space between the player and the text. I would click save this post, and that would save the post. I'm not going to do that because then it would appear on the blog. But that should give you everything you need to know for updating the blog, and let me know if you have any questions.